If you've been thinking about upgrading your lawn gear to electric power, then this episode of EV Rider is just for you. Now, probably the best advice I can offer you if you're just starting out switching over to electric lawn gear is think in terms of a unified system. And by that I mean a system where every appliance uses the same battery. So for example, in my case, these three Black & Decker lawn appliances all use the same battery system. In my case, I did spread out the purchases over several years, and yes, the technology did change. So in the end, I actually have a lawnmower that uses a different battery system and is from a different brand than the rest of my lawn gear. So that's not ideal. It's okay, but it's not ideal because if you could stick to one brand, you'll be able to utilize those batteries across more appliances, which will save you money since you won't have to buy as many batteries, which of course is the biggest expense when switching over to electric. In terms of features, I'm sure you're going to probably want to look for the same things that you like in a gas mower. In my case, I wanted self-propelled, I wanted mulching, I wanted a mower that included bagging, and I also wanted one that was light and easy to fold up and put away in the garage. Even if you take the environmental benefits of electric mowers out of the equation, in my opinion, they're just far superior. Great example. I don't have to sit there and pull at a cord 2, 3, or 4 times to get it to start. All I do is turn the darn thing on. It's running. And it's so much quieter than a regular lawnmower. And then it's self-propelled, so no big deal. We just go. They're also a time saver because I don't have to go get gas anymore. All I do when I'm done, I put it away, I plug in the batteries, and I call it a day. Also, maintenance, it's practically non-existent. You don't have to change a spark plug or worry about the timing or change the oil. You just go ahead and sharpen the blades maybe once a year, just like you would on a gas mower, and that's it. Another nice thing about this Ryobi electric lawn mower is, unlike gas, I don't worry about running out of power. Now, my lawn is large enough that back when I had a gas mower, I usually got about 3/4 of it done, and then I had to stop and put more gas in. But with the Ryobi, if I run out of power, no big deal. All I do is switch to the next battery. Boom. What it does, it gives you a little spare holding spot. And with the two batteries combined, at least in my case, I get more overall power and time than I did when I was using gas. Now, you know, if you do switch over to electric, your ears are going to thank you because self-propelled electric mowers like this, or edgers, or blowers, or saws, they're all quieter thanks to motors, which are almost always quieter than a gasoline engine. Another great thing about having electric lawn gear, it's an easy way to get an inexpensive generator in the event of a power outage. So in my case, what I did, I went ahead and bought a 300-watt inverter. It was about $70. So all I got to do is put my battery in, turn it on, and then when I do, I go ahead and plug in a power strip, and it generates enough power for this television set, the sound bar, the DVD player, a light, all running at once for roughly an hour and a half. And you can imagine the other use cases. For example, you could run your home office with this during a power outage. You could power up your cell phone if you wanted to. So basically, any sort of relatively lightweight generator duties you could carry out with this type of system. And better yet, if you want more power and you're willing to spring for more batteries, there are more powerful inverters out there as well.
For example, I could have purchased this 1800 watt monster that can power just about anything you can think of, including a refrigerator. I'm purposely avoiding recommending specific gear because I haven't personally tested all the brands out there. But here are a few tips to get you started. Pick a brand that you know you can get serviced if anything ever goes wrong. This is one of those times where you might want to buy from your local brick and mortar like Lowe's or Home Depot in case you ever have a warranty claim. In the case of my lawn gear, I went with Ryobi and Black & Decker. But some other well-known electric brands to consider are Ego, Greenworks, and Works. Also, a quick note about batteries. Don't let the high price of OEM batteries scare you. For example, a factory OEM replacement Ryobi battery for my mower cost $189 at the time of this video's posting. But I bought an aftermarket battery on Amazon for $79, and it's still going strong after 2 years. Better yet, the aftermarket battery has a longer runtime, so be sure to shop around. In terms of upfront costs, you may find some items are more expensive than the equivalent gas-powered gear. But remember, you're not going to need to buy gas, oil, air filters, or spark plugs. In terms of fuel costs, think pennies instead of dollars. Electricity is much cheaper. For a look at exactly how much cheaper, see the free fuel video at the end of the story and in the post on the web at evrider.tv.
If you've got any questions about electric lawn gear, I'll do my very best to answer them. Just go ahead and post your questions in the comments. I've been using electric lawn gear now for more than a decade. And I'll tell you, forget the environmentalism. I'm just never going back because they're better. Simple as that. So, if you found this episode of EV Rider useful, please give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to bring you more stories about all types of EVs, whether they're mowers, motorcycles, cars, electric bikes, whatever. And we'll see you again next week. Thanks so much for watching.